All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're back here live on PALS TV. So our Art Outside the Lines friends will be bringing us our next segment live from downtown Columbus at our art studio. They've brought us great segments already between yoga, drawing classes, Disney trivia, magicians last week. So this will be no different. We're going to actually join them for a cooking class now. So we're going to be doing some Greek cooking. Hopefully our chef Bill will approve, as he is sitting there in the audience, making sure that they do things properly, obviously. So we appreciate Phil being there as well. But live from Art Outside the Lines, we'll have Bianca, Audrey, and Layla.
Awesome.
Hey guys. All right. Today, I'm going to show you how to make some Greek food that does not require you to be in front of a stove. This is something that you can make and take on a picnic, or it's really easy for you guys to make at home, and it's also vegetarian, so if you have any vegetarian friends, you can make something yummy for them. It's something that you can bring to, you know, a get-together or anything like that, and it's delicious, and some of it's healthy for you. So today we're going to make a salad, or in Greek it would be saleta, and then we are going to make some tzatziki, which is like it's like a dip kind of. You can put it on pita or veggies, or really you can eat it on anything. So we're going to make that, and then we have some pita right here. We're going to heat up and dip in the tzatziki. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys how to make is the salad. So what you'll need for that is 2 cucumbers, 2 large tomatoes, a purple onion. You can use a white onion too, whatever. I just like the purple ones. And then you're gonna have some Kalamata olives. I like the ones with the pits in, because part of the coolness is taking the pits out. You know, I like that. And then some feta cheese. So the best feta you're gonna find is in the brine. So that's like, it's in, I'll show you what it looks like. It's actually in like a water. Get that open. It's really hard to do with gloves.
Did you wash all this produce before?
Yes, I washed everything before. Make sure you have clean hands or wear gloves. Well, actually both. Clean hands and gloves would be great. And then, so this is actually what the feta looks like. That's gonna be it kind of looks gross to some people to see their cheese in like water, but it's gonna come out of water when you use it, and it just keeps it really moist. Okay. So now that I have my washed veggies, I am going to I'm gonna show you how to cut the cucumber for the salad. Okay. You're good. I don't need to cut anymore. Okay, so for this, I'm actually gonna take the cucumber and I'm gonna cut it long ways. So you will need a kind of a sharp knife to do this, and just be very careful. You're gonna hold the cucumber on each side. And you're gonna try your best just to keep it in the middle. This is a really long cucumber, so it's kind of difficult. Okay, so now that I'm gonna have 2 sides, and it looks like pickles. And then I'm going to cut these little ends off, little tails. And then I'm going to cut it each side again in the middle. So. And there you go, just like that. So now they just look like really long cucumbers. And then I'm gonna take them and turn them this way to where they're all together. And I'm gonna kind of, all your veggies in your salad to be kind of in chunks. So you're not gonna dice them. I'm gonna do like chunks. They're gonna be about about an inch to half an inch. Don't have to be perfect. You're gonna cut them all so they're all kind of chunked up. Okay, so then you're gonna take those chunks and you're just gonna throw them in your salad bowl.
This is a beautiful crystal bowl, Audrey.
Thank you. This is actually, in Greece, they kind of have everything served in very nice dishes. So this is a bowl from a Greek family, actually, that they use to serve their salad in. Okay, and so for our tomatoes, I'm gonna take them, and what I like to do is just cut a little bit of the top off where the stem would be normally. Take that and cut that. And then I like to use as much tomato as I can. So then I'm gonna take my knife and go into like a little circle around the core. And I'm gonna cut the core out like that. And I'll just pop right out. And then you're gonna have tomato like this. And you're gonna flip it back over. And then I'm gonna cut this in half. And again, you want your tomatoes to be like in chunks again. So I'm gonna cut this in half long ways. Then I'm gonna turn it and I'm gonna cut it in half again. And then this, with the tomato, you can kind of just start cutting off chunks because they don't need to be one size. The more imperfect your salad is, I think the more character it has. And the better it tastes. So I'm just gonna make sure those are in like bite-sized chunks.
And the music we have playing in the background is traditional Greek and Balkan music. It's always fun to make food to music.
Absolutely. Every time we do a different cuisine, we always try to, embrace that culture fully and put their kind of music on. And it just makes cooking a lot more fun. Okay. And then also, guys, just remember, especially when you're doing, something like a fresh dish like this and you're not going to make the ingredients, it's really important to have good ingredients. So, if that means you need to just spend a couple extra more pennies on organic, or fill your tomatoes out, make sure they're ripe, make sure they're juicy. It just makes all the difference. Okay, so now you see I have all of my tomatoes in chunks that are bite-sized, about like my cucumbers. Just pop those in there.
So colorful.
And I honestly might not do another tomato because this one was so big. So we're just gonna see what it looks like after I put my onion in.
Perfect.
Okay, so now I have my purple onion. And then I'm going to just cut my purple onion in half. Be very careful when you're cutting onions because they can kind of roll on you. Layla knows how to cut onions. Okay, and then I'm going to take one of the sides of the onion and I'm going to lay it flat like this. And I'm going to cut my onion in half again. So it's going to be like this. And you can see it kind of, the grooves of the onion go up like this. You're gonna have them up, and then you're going to kind of cut your onion. Again, you want them to be kind of bite-sized, and you're gonna kind of want them to be almost like like a arrow shape, sort of. You see how that's kind of like a petal.
Like a petal. That's a good one, Layla.
Like a flower petal. So, into that. And again, I'm kind of like taking chunks off of the onion. So it doesn't need to all be the same size. I like a lot of onion in mine, but you can use as much as you want. I use about a quarter to a half of an onion. And so these are kind of big. These are kind of long, so I'm going to cut them in half, some of them in half, the long pieces. And onions always make me cry, so my eyes starting to water a little bit. I've heard of some tricks that you can do with onions, but I don't remember what they are. Put goggles on. Okay, so for the sake of everyone's breath, we are going to say that this is going to be enough onion. We're just going to pop that in the bowl. Look how pretty that is. All the different colors. Okay. Okay, now making it so it's just so emotional. Goodness. Okay. And then you're gonna take your Kalamata olives. And then I usually like to use more, but I only had this many at home. And these have pits, so I'm not gonna cut them. But if you have ones that do not have pits and you want them a little smaller, you can cut them. Then we're gonna pop these in our salad. You can even put a little juice in here, not too much, because you're gonna do the dressing last. But okay. And we're gonna take, actually, you know what? I like to put the feta on very last, so that's just how I like it. And then, so I'm gonna show you how to make the dressing. You're gonna take olive oil and some vinegar. You can use brown or white vinegar or red vinegar, but I'm gonna use white today. For the sake of showing you how much dressing to do, I'm gonna mix it in a bowl. Usually what I would do is I would just pour the olive oil on top with some salt, and then I would pour vinegar on top and I would mix it all up. But I'm going to do it, yes, let me grab salt. I'm gonna do it all in a bowl so you can kind of see.
Awesome.
Okay. I'm gonna take some olive oil. So that way, if you do it in a bowl, you can kind of pour it on and you can kind of see how much you're pouring on, and you don't have to use it all if you don't want.
Make sure it's Greek olive oil.
Yes. All right. Now you can also, you're gonna find what mixture you like the best for you. Layla's grabbing me salt. I've actually never mixed this in a bowl, so I don't know. A little more vinegar.
You can also add a little pepper.
Ooh, yeah. Layla just grabbed me some salt. So I'm actually going to salt the veggies.
With our luck, the lid would have fallen off. So good job.
Yeah, everything is still intact. Okay, so now that this is kind of mixed up, I'm just going to pour my dressing with my salt and veggies all over it.
Ooh.
Yes, you still got some on the spoon. Thank you. And then I'm gonna mix that up. So you have some dressing in the bottom. I like that. I like the way that looks. You have some salt, maybe a little bit more. And then we're gonna take the feta. And I'm just gonna cut a chunk in the brine. and then take it out. Just like that. See? And then I'm just gonna cut it in chunks. So I'm just gonna cut it long ways. And then in little, again, bite-sized chunks. And we're just gonna pop this. I like it just to be right on top because I think it looks really pretty, but you can mix that in too. And there you have the solete.
Wow. So Audrey, how do you know so much about Greek stuff?
My boyfriend is Greek. His family, his dad lives in Greece still. So we know a lot about Greek cooking. So he's taught me all these things, and his mom and his dad have taught me a couple Greek recipes. So and something to know is every family likes to have their recipes a certain way, so there may be deviations, but it's very important if you learn to cook from a Greek person that you keep the recipe exactly how it is. Okay, so now we have our salad. The next thing I'm going to show you guys how to do is make the tzatziki. Layla's going to help me with the tzatziki. So we're going to, while we're making that, we're going to go ahead and heat up our pita bread. So I have a little griddle over here.
Here's our griddle.
Plug this in.
So while that griddle is heating, Layla, what do you love about Greek food?
I like tzatziki is my favorite.
Why is the tzatziki your favorite?
It tastes really good with French fries.
It tastes good with French fries? That's such a good idea. So you could kind of like compare tzatziki to like a thicker ranch almost.
It's like ranch, but like a little bit more thick and zesty.
Zesty, that's a good word. Awesome.
So it's gonna help me work the griddle over here. How do you know what temperature it's on?
It should light up.
Do you like take the temperature to the arrow?
Yeah.
Perfect.
What do you want?
Let's do like 300.
So we're setting our griddle to about 300. If you guys have a stovetop, you could just do it in a skillet.
Yeah.
And it's just a really quick way to heat up your pita.
Yep, you could use the microwave for a couple seconds if you want. So there we go. I'm gonna actually turn it down to like 250 because it's getting hot fast. Okay. And so we're gonna come over here and Layla I'm going to actually peel this cucumber first because I don't want Layla to cut herself. And then she's going to show you how to grate it. So I'll do that, okay? All right. If you have a veggie peeler at home, that's going to be much easier, but I don't have one. So we're just going to peel the skin off of a cucumber with a knife.
A veggie peeler is much more safe, so please use that.
Yes. If you are using a knife, always make sure that you're taking the sharp edge of your knife and you are going away from yourself. You're peeling away from yourself and down. Just like this. Also, when you're using a peeler, you're going to get less of the cucumber and just the skin off because you want it just to be like that. You don't want to take chunks out of your cucumber. Just like that. Now, when you guys buy your cucumbers, I don't know if you've ever saw them at the store and they're all wrapped up in like
Saran wrap.
like kind of like saran wrap, clear paper. But those are the best cucumbers. I found they're less watery. They have a lot more flavor. They're kind of crunchy too.
And the longer ones have more of it in it. So just better to get the longer ones.
Have more of what?
The cucumber.
Oh, got it.
They're bigger cucumbers. Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Good job being very careful, Audrey.
Thank you.
Watch out.
So I'm gonna come over here and I'm just gonna flip the pita. I'm using my hands, but you should probably use a tong. Perfect.
Okay, we're almost done. That's good enough. And we're just gonna cut the ends off. And then we're going to throw all these peels away.
It's fun to watch the video in the oil contrast.
Always make sure when you're cooking to clean up as you go, because that will make the mess a lot easier afterwards. Okay, so now that we have our cucumber peeled, Layla is going to grate the cucumber into, actually, she's gonna grate it into this bowl. I'm gonna go rinse it out. One second.
So we didn't have.
Yeah, what did you do here?
We didn't have a grater, so I took a jar and open it real quick, and I flipped it like that, and I took a screwdriver and poked holes,
Wow.
and that's how I got this. See, I was seeing how sharp it was, and I took pliers and bent it over so it won't cut me.
So, but people probably shouldn't do this at home alone,
Yeah,
right?
no. If you have a cheese grater, use that.
And Layla's going to put on some gloves. She cut her finger and she has a Band-Aid on. So we don't want a Band-Aid to end up in our tzatziki.
And we cleaned the jar, right, y'all?
Yes. Yes, clean the jar. Very, very good.
We're always getting creative at AOTL.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if this works. This is going to be a science experiment, Phil.
These are too small for my hands. Oh my gosh.
They are small gloves.
Teeny, teeny, tiny.
Mm-hmm. Bella's trying to eat our trash.
Man, this music is making me want to dance.
I know. Okay, so Layla's gonna use her homemade cheese grater, or veggie grater, and she's just going to grate the cucumber right in this bowl. We gotta make sure that the...
See, what you're supposed to do is you grate it in the closest to the jar and you dump it in.
Okay, got it. I think we might want to do, can I try something? Yeah. Okay, so because we don't know if this is working too well, it's kind of stuck on the jar, and we don't want to cut ourselves trying to get it off, so we're actually just going to, Layla, you can try this. We're just going to grade like this with this knife. Actually, Phil just showed me this, so.
Phil, what does Phil say about when science experiments don't go the way you planned?
If science teaches us anything, it teaches us to accept our failures as well as our successes with quiet grace and dignity.
Beautifully said, Phil. Beautifully said.
Okay, so Layla, do you want to grade this? Okay. She's just going to now grade that with the serrated knife. Now this part takes a little bit, so while she's doing that, I'm going to get our garlic peeled. So this is fresh garlic. And we're just going to unwrap it. Layla, if you want to switch me at any time, just let me know and we can switch.
Yeah.
You want to switch me? Okay, Layla's going to switch me and she is going to get the garlic cloves out. Okay.
Perfect. Lauren says hello to everyone.
Hi, Lauren. I'm gonna make sure these are gonna be bigger strands than normal because we don't have the tools we need, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work.
It'll still be tzatziki and it'll still taste good French fries.
Still tastes good. That's great.
And how you can make French fries at home.
Wow, Chef Phil.
Help grate this cucumber. I'm actually gonna look for another knife and see if I can help him with that.
There is a way to make French fries at home.
Wow, you guys, I feel like I'm in my grandmother's kitchen with all these people here. So I'm gonna cut the light source or the power source to the pita. So those are just gonna sit warming up, getting ready for us. You want to teach me how to make French fries at home?
Yeah.
All right, Layla wants to
So
talk.
if you want to make French fries for tzatziki at home, all you need is a potato and cut it up into thick or thin slices. And you want like a skillet that's kind of almost like a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And you fill it with some olive oil, and then you put your potato slices in there, and you can skin it or leave the skin on. But if you want, you can season it while it's still cooking in the oil. And yeah.
Awesome. That's so easy and so good for you.
Phil, you're doing a great job.
Nice.
Because I don't know if you've ever peeled garlic, but it takes a little bit. There's so many layers. I'm gonna get all of that off. And then I'll show you.
So Phil and I have a trick.
Oh yeah, that's a great trick.
Or you can soak
Ah!
you can soak them in hot water too.
Look at this. Oh,
Beautiful.
that's a great idea. Okay.
Audrey, your whole life have you been peeling
I have actually,
garlic like that?
well, I remember this trick, but I totally forgot about it. I think my mom does that.
Lovely.
When I think about it. And she also has this little garlic squeezer that just squeezes out all the garlic.
Oh yeah, that's
So you
really
just
cool.
hit it, like smack, like yeah. Yep, and then it's gonna now rub it. I didn't know about the rubbing it part.
Professor Phil always teaching us things.
He really, really is. And you can just set your peeled garlic up here. We're gonna
Chef
want
Phil with all the tricks.
about 5 of those. So we have 2, so we're gonna have 3 more. Wow, that's amazing, guys. It's so satisfying. You have to try this. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and Layla's gonna do the 5th one.
Well, we just got a message from Kristen saying that she loves to cook. That makes me really happy. I hope that, that's another thing you guys can do during this time. You guys can learn new recipes. You can conquer your fears of the kitchen, perhaps. You can learn how to safely use every utensil, every machine. I know Phil has a cooking segment every week, so you should definitely tune into that.
I'm gonna put the garlic here.
Oh, I'm gonna help Layla with the trash. Good job, Layla. Right. We're getting there.
So I think the cucumber is looking good.
It is. It's looking great.
How much you need?
Honestly, I think this is good. This is good for what we're gonna show you guys. Because
Definitely.
this was a really long cucumber. So this is
Right.
plenty. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna chop up this garlic really fine. And what I was telling you about before, they have these little tools, a garlic press, where you can just press the garlic. And that makes it a lot easier. But I'm just going to chop it all up.
I want to see if it'll work better than it smells.
Layla loves experimenting. She is a little scientist for sure. At home, when we're just sitting there, she looks at different science experiments and tries to do them. She would love Phil's segments. She loves trying new things.
This is my favorite song, y'all.
Bianca's dancing while she's filming me. It's great. Guys, she is really getting jiggy with it. You should see her. All right. So I don't really have the right knife for this, but you're going to, after you have it chopped a little bit, you can actually just take the larger end of your knife and the smaller end, the point is going to be down, and you're going to just kind of chop the garlic like this, and this will get it chopped a lot finer and quicker than slicing it. You're going to try to get it as fine as you can. Again, a garlic press would be a lot easier.
Wow, we just got a message saying that's a really cute start to the garlic, but you should probably do more.
More garlic? Oh, okay. I like it. I love garlic. So, I don't disagree.
And you know what, you guys? Bad breath, that's just fake news.
It really
Who
is.
cares about bad breath?
Garlic
Brush
bread.
your teeth and put in the breath mint.
Just brush your teeth.
Garlic-
Layla, you can't touch any more food with those gloves.
Yeah, and please don't have dogs at the table while you're cooking.
Don't have dogs on the table.
Garlic breath, I say honestly, is good breath.
Has holes in it.
Okay.
And don't have cats around the table while you're cooking lasagna.
Also, they'll eat it. Oh, guys, this is my jam. I'm gonna chop the garlic lasagna.
Well, I wish you guys could smell all this yumminess.
It does smell great. Oh, and I don't know if I showed you in the beginning when I started chopping the garlic. I just pressed it with the large end of my knife.
Perfect.
Here,
So I think
crunch.
that's enough garlic for now.
You need 5 cups.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna. Okay. This. Do you see how watery this cucumber is? We're actually gonna drain this. We're gonna get it as dry as we can. So Layla's gonna hold up that bag. Where's that bag?
You can also use a towel and put the cucumber in the towel and squeeze it.
Can you? Okay. Layla, will you give me a towel or a cup? So then you squeeze the cucumber out because we don't want all that juice in there. Go get me a cup or a towel.
Because I like to drink.
Honey, a cup or a towel. Thank you. Just a cup that's not here.
Crap, I missed. Lauren sent a message, but I missed it.
So you can go ahead and take that out. Thank you, Phil.
Wow, Chef Phil.
Awesome. We're gonna take this. Yeah. We get all this juice out. Look
Yeah.
how much juice there is. Layla likes to drink the juice after, so just make sure there's no paper towel.
You can have some cucumber water.
Yep. That's okay. We got it, Layla. Yep. We're gonna get all that juice out, and then I'm gonna dump this juice. It's hard when you're not in your kitchen. You don't have a sink handy.
Wait, you can use my cup and I'll drink it.
Okay. I'm gonna dump it in Layla's little cup here because she likes to drink it. Okay.
Perfect.
You can't save it and put it in smoothies. All right. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a 16-ounce package of sour cream or Greek yogurt. But like I said, when you learn something from a Greek, you do not want to deviate from the recipe because they could watch it. You'll never hear the end of it.
Blah.
So
Mike, if you hear me, sour cream is a sin.
So we're gonna take our sour cream or Greek yogurt, you're gonna dump it in your bowl.
Mike is the name of Audrey's boyfriend, everyone, by the way. Oh, we just got a message. I like Greek yogurt. There you go, Kristen. You are on the right team.
Me too. I like Greek yogurt too. I will deny that I ever said that. Okay, so here we have our sour cream. We're gonna take our cucumber. I'm gonna put that in there with our garlic.
Ooh.
Can I mix it? Yeah, Layla wants to mix it. A little bit of salt. Okay. And then Layla's gonna mix it up for me.
Mix it real good.
I'm gonna check on our pita while she's doing that.
So do you add olive oil or vinegar to this too, or just
Yes.
olive oil?
So she's gonna mix it up, and then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So this is about a tablespoon. And then I think a little bit of vinegar in there.
That's what makes it right here, the vinegar. And we're dancing again.
So about 2 tablespoons of vinegar. And I'm just gonna mix it again. Cap on it, sometimes.
So while Layla's mixing that, I'm going to serve Chef Phil some of our delightful salata. And we're going to see what he thinks about it.
I'll go grab a spoon.
Well, let's go back to mixing then.
Audrey, we have a spoon. Yep. Okay, so let's see what Chef Phil thinks. He is a world-renowned food critic. He has come from Paris, from Morocco,
Certainly critical.
from Australia, from Alaska,
Milwaukee.
from Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's had its share of those guys. It's called The Good Land.
So, Chef Phil, what is your first bite going to be?
Well, I think it's important that you get as much as you can of the flavors as possible. I think I can get an olive on that one, but I'm going to wipe it so I get olive flavor on it. What you find when you get these flavors together is that you've got the brightness and sharpness of the vinegar and the olive oil that really hits with the acidity of the tomatoes, and the again brightness of the cucumbers. When it really hits that, the soft creaminess of the feta gives that a balance and underlays, and that really rounds that out.
Wow. So would you give Audrey an A+?
Yes, I give her an A.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so what are we gonna serve the critic Phil next?
So now we have the pita that is warmed. And we have the tzatziki that he's going to dip. He can even, if he wants to, Phil can open up a pita and stuff it. Or he can just dip it, whatever he wants to do.
Oh, Phil has an important call.
That's okay. Layla is going to be our food tester. She is going to try the tzatziki. I'll go grab it for her. I'm going to serve.
So when you are serving a nice meal, you see that we have our silverware set up and we have our table cleaned.
What do you think?
Give us a thumbs up, Layla.
Tell me about the flavors.
It tastes good.
It tastes good. Flavors
It tastes good, you guys. You heard it here from AOTL.
How much time do we got? I can teach you guys how to make a Greek coffee or frappe.
It's 1:40, so actually we ran out of time.
That's okay. I'll show you next time.
Love it. Thank you, Audrey, for this amazing Greek segment.
You're so welcome. Thank you, guys.
That was great, as usual. Thank you, Audrey, Layla.
Yeah.
Bianca. Special guest, Chef Phil, even though he had to leave the room. Bianca, actually, you kill it as a host, so you might have to do a special guest appearance one of these times. You're a natural. I love the music in the background, too. That was a nice touch. Made it feel very authentic. So, well done. Looks
Amazing.
great. What do you think?
Everyone looks satisfied.
Everyone looks satisfied. Well, we are all jealous looking at that meal. So you sit back and enjoy yourselves now. You deserve it.
Thanks,
And
everyone.
Thank you.
all right. We'll be taking another break here, finishing up Ohio. So let them go ahead and enjoy their lunch break. Thank you, ladies. Live from Art Outside the Lines.